All right, so number 25 says, which dot plot below has more variation? So this data is pretty tight together, and that data is a lot more spread out, as in varies. You got some people with really high numbers, and some people with really low numbers. So B is more spread out, so it has more variation. 26 says find the mean, median, and mode, and the MAD in this dot plot. So I'm going to first rewrite this. I got 2 2s, 4, 5, 6, 7, or there's no 7, 8, and an 8, 2 10s, 3 11s, and 2 12s. So from that, I got to find my mean. So I basically add all those up and divide it by 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. I think it's 14 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So when you add them up, divide by 14, you should get 8. My median should be the middle of all this. So if I got 14 of them, that means it's going to have an even number. So I got to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these two together give me my median, and that would be 9. So my median is 9, because halfway between that is 9. My mode, the one with the tallest stack, is 11. So my mode is 11. My MAD, I'm going to basically take my mean and subtract all those numbers from it. Then divide it by 14. You got to get 3. And that's that problem. Number 27, it says a student scores a 90, 88, and 98 on the first 3 tests. What would they need to make on the 4th test to score an A? So 90 plus 88 plus 98 plus X all over 4 should give you 90%. If I multiply this side by 4 and multiply this side by 4, that sum is 275 plus X equals to 360. Subtract 275. So X has to be 85. So he needs an 85. All right, next page is number 28. 28 says, how many male employees are at least 5'11"? So I'm going with 5'11" and go for its frequency. And that looks to be about 7 right there. It's in the middle of that, so 7. So what is the most common height between all the males? So the tallest stack there is 10, and that's 5 for 10. So 5 for 10 is the most common height. So how many males are 5'8"? So here's 5'8". That line is 6, so 6 males are 5'8". All right, going on. In the next section, it says in number 29, you have to figure out this box, this histogram. So let's start with this one. This first set is between 0 and 3, because you can't go to 4. So this has 3 numbers between 0 and 3. So it's 1, 2, or just 2 and 3. So it's 3 of those. And then this has between 4 and 8, you only have 1 number. So it's 3 here in the first set, 1 in the second set. And between 8 and 10, 0 numbers. And then 12 to 15, you would get 3 numbers. And then 16 to 20, or basically 19, you could do 2. So I'm looking for a stack that has 3 for the first column, 1 for the second column, and 0 for the next, and then 3 and then 2. So this definitely has 3 for the first stack, 1 for the next stack, 0 for the next one. None else does this. So this has to be number 2. In the second section, again, the first column goes from 0 to basically 3, because you can't include that number on the end. So that has 4 numbers from 0 to 3. And then, let's see, that can't be it. So this has 4 numbers between 0 and 3. So it has to be number 3. Yeah, that's true. This has to be number 1. You can prove it by figuring out the frequency in those sets. I'm going to number 30. All right, it says match the graph with the dot plot, which most appropriate measures its center based solely on the data. Look at this first data set. I got 10, this is 9, 8, 7, 6. Make sure 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So it goes 2 6s, so 6 and 6, and then 1 8, and then 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I think that's 7 10s. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, 7. So if you look at the mean here, but yeah, if you look at the center of this data, it's definitely 10, right? It's somewhere around 10. So the mode actually helps you find the center the best. So this one, the mode definitely represented better. Looking at this set of data, only got one number on that end, and that looks to be 1. And then I got, this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I got 16, there's 3 of those. And then 17, there's 3 of those. And then 18, I got 2 of those. So looking at this, the median there and the mean, if I got the median for this data, it's probably going to be around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically the 5th and 6th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16.5 represents the middle of that data set, the median of that data set. And if that's true, most of these numbers pretty close to 16.5. Like this is 15 to 16. 16.5 would be right there, making most of that data symmetric about it. So this is definitely more clearly represented by the median. Here, most of the data is pretty evenly split right around the middle. So the mean will represent it pretty good, because even though it's not perfectly symmetric, it's pretty close to symmetric right about the middle. So in that problem, the mean will best represent the center of that data. All right. Number 31. 31 stops here. So 31 says, what percentage of musicians make between 20,000 and 122? So these are musicians. This is 20,000, that's 122. So that would be 75%, because it's 25 here and there and there. So 75%. Part B says, what is the median income of police officers? It's 20, that's 40, so that means that's 30. So that's about $30,000. That's just in thousands a year. So what profession has the highest salary? And it looks to be musicians. It's slightly higher than nuclear engineer. So musician. What profession has the highest variation of salary? So musician is clearly has the biggest spread. So it's also a musician. Number 32. 32 says, part A says, what sales rep is the most consistent? So sales rep A has a tighter range. So sales rep A is more consistent. Which sales rep has a higher median? So that's also sales rep A, because his median is around here. It looks to be about 14. What is Q1 for sales rep B? So it should be 8. What's the interquartile range for sales rep B? So 16, take away 8. It's also 8. And what is the max for sales rep A? His max is 20 cars sold. And that's it. If you go on to the next page, this page actually was assigned too soon. We covered this after spring break, so we won't be talking about scatter plots or dot plots or any of these numbers yet. So you guys won't expect to know this on the test. So don't do that. We'll come back to that later after spring break. That's all I have. Good luck.